You know, when you have a digital piano, it's not like a real piano. And the purpose of a digital piano is to replicate as much as it can be by digital means the experience of playing a real piano. And the two most effective things in this realm, in this environment, digital environment, is to give you the best, the most origin sound, and the most, the closest at the price range, of course, feel of a real piano. And the amount of emotion that you can put on these digital pianos is amazing. And sometimes it feels even more because lately I encountered of playing on some people's houses on a grand piano, on a middle-sized grand piano, and it was 100 years old one. But you are not getting these subtleties. On a grand piano, a real grand piano, real piano, like a digital piano. There is a level of delicacy that you need to craft on a real piano to know how to implement it on a real piano. But anyway, my personal experience with these Kawai pianos is between all the pianos I had. I won't say it's the most close to a real piano. I will say it feels the most natural and flowing thing, you know what I mean? Like a nature thing and not a mechanical. You know, the feel of the keys going down. It's not like Roland or Yamaha. It's another feel. And when you are getting used to this feel, all the other feelings is really not on the level. But I'm, how do you say it? Because I used to it. So I'm biased. I'm totally biased because I'm used to this action and I think it's marvelous. And listen to this upright sound. And it's not too bright. And with the configuration in one of my videos, my latest videos, I explained how to make a configuration to this piano or any Kawai digital piano to make it more sound, more intimate, more jazzy, more, you know. More cool for arpeggios. To my opinion, these upright sounds beat most of my VST uprights. It's so perfect. It's not too clean and bright and belly. It's got the roughness of an upright and even a little bit old upright, but not real, like let's say K600. There is some groove of the upright in it, but still the layer down, the velvet behind the hammer. It's magnificent, like a grand piano. Listen how they capture. Listen how much echo here on other pianos, other VST I've got. Maybe this is artificial because this is amazing to have this echo behind the sound. It's a new piece of mine and I don't remember it. Never mind, I don't even know these names. I was playing something that I liked and I gave it a name. Sometimes the name was the name of the day that I created the piece. So I have a Friday or a Shabbat is my first piece. And anyway, why am I doing only one piano here? Because when you have pianos, I'm going to say something, it wouldn't sound nice, but it is what I think, okay? Piano, it's like a woman. You like it natural, full of passion, full of emotion, full of dynamic, that will react to your hands, to your touch, and will bring his beauty, which is the sound of his voice. But you are the one that's singing in his voice. He's like the body and you are the soul. Okay? And each sound, it's like a character. It's like full with the, full with waves and harmonies. Each sound. Sometimes you like it thick, And sometimes you like it thin with the velvety, how do you call it? Pads. Sort of a very, very nice sort of a felt, sort of a pad behind the knocking of the hammer on the string, which is bright or mellow, depends on the hardness of the hammers of the piano and the speed and other factors. But anyway, this is not too mellow, but it's definitely not bright piano, which give it a magic, because this is not a felt piano. But it almost sounds like one, if you know what I mean. It almost sounds like a felt piano with a character. Because there is lot of colors and echoes, like there is a sort of a bubble around the basic sound. It's like the expansion of the sound to the sides, which creating sort of an effect of roundness in the sound. That expanding, okay? And here on the Kawai, it's very strong, especially at the low velocities. So the sound is almost magical, almost non-real. But the character of the piano is like bringing you down from the dream into the reality of the iron string that is vibrating near you. You can hear the sound of the shape of the string, but there is an angel that keeping him alive, and it's spreading the light of it. You know what I mean? If I can describe sound in something visual, let's say. And this is without tweaking, but there is a tweak to heavy, as I told you last time. I will tell the one when you are playing with this piano, if you want the sound that you are hearing now. So it's just to be devoted to one woman to stay just with the upright piano. Even this is not it's not the main piano of this piano. The main piano here is the SK Shiguru Kawai concert grand. And this is this upright sample was on my MP7, which on this generation of keyboards, which it's got out from, I think, 2014, and its time was until 2018. And the flagship piano was the EX concert grand then. And the Shiguru Kawai, the SK5 and the SK concert grand, they added on the MP7 SE, which came at 2018. It came to the world. And it's still, to my opinion, one of the kings of the stage piano ever. And this is its sibilance, the one with the speakers and less features. And to my opinion, even better than the MP7. If you are just piano type, because other the pianos, I'm not using any of the sounds here. But I do not need, because every piano here has so much character and so much. It takes time to connect. You need to play the piano. You need to feel it. And when you are going from woman to woman, you are not feeling either one of them. And most of us with these digital pianos are using the first piano because it's gorgeous. But me, I'm not. I'm giving time to each piano, even the one that I like less. And I'm looking for the spark on this sound. And sometimes it's with playing with the character of the piano a little bit, tweak the action. The action have very, very strong effect on the sound of the piano. When you are using heavy action, you are like telling the piano to use mostly the layers between the middle and almost the down layers of the piano, which is the most magical one. The most magical is the soft playing on a piano. It's like to caress the piano, and the piano is singing smoothly like a lover. But when you are banging it, he's banging back. And the bang, to me personally, sound less nice than the singing. This is another level of piano sampling. This is the level of VST, of the highest VSTs. And I have I cannot say the best, but the VST pianos I have are very famous and they are sounding amazing. But this is so authentic. So you can lost yourself inside of it. And you know, I'm dying to change sound now. I'm dying because I'm in the mood and this is limiting me. Now I want something more open. And I have, like it's an acoustic piano, I have to stick with the sound that I have. There isn't any two piano sound. This is your only wife. At least when you are playing it, treat it like this is your only mate, wife, husband, whichever your sex is and your preference. I wouldn't mind to have an upright like this. And the upright have one advantage. Not here on this piano. Sadly I'm saying. But the upright have one advantage over a grand piano. An upright have two sounds. Two different sounds. The regular piano and the felted piano, which is another sound. And on a grand piano, and of course there is the soft pedal which moves or things like that, which change the sound or make the hammers more close to the strings and then the hitting is not so loud. There are techniques anyway. And on a grand piano, there is a movement of the action a little bit to the side, so it hits two strings instead of three or one string, something like that. So anyway, so there is two sounds also on a grand piano, but they are from the same family, if you understand me. But the felt piano is just almost a totally different sound. More mellow. Sadly, I don't have here, and this is my only gripe with Kawai pianos. But basically all the other companies are doing this too, except Yamaha and Nord, which put on some of their digital pianos felt piano samples. Because the felt pedal, which bring a felt layer between the hammers and the strings, so there is a noise of the, the fraction of the hammer with this fabric, okay? and it's making like an intimate sound, like you are whispering to your lover through a curtain, and she hear the curtain moves from your breath. This is like this. It's like someone playing you behind the window quietly. So just you and him will hear. And this is what is mastering today most of the piano playlist on Spotify. Go and listen. You know what? And this is said that Kawai didn't put this sample for this. But anyway, as an upright sound, clean sound, it's gorgeous piano. If a real piano sound like this, and I guess it's even better. But you have to know, once I was on a piano store, an acoustic piano store, upright, which he's still an importer of pianos, mainly refurbished U1 and U3 pianos, but it's got some other brands. And I play many U1 Yamahas there, and there was a very different sound between one to the other. Very different sound. There are pianos that was so mellow, no matter how you play hard on them. And there are pianos that even if you play softly, they are very bright. Okay, and there is like a balance between the bright of the sound and the soft of the sound. Because no one likes pianos that are too bright, which are like, how do you call it, honky tonk, okay? Because there isn't the velvet, I'm calling it. There isn't the pads on these sounds. It's like, and we are looking for we like it that the sound is rich and have other layers that is surrounding the basic sound. It's like, think about it like a point that shine, which is the hammer picking the string, and then sort of a halo around it of sound that is expanding from this point in a round shape all around, and it's like a wave, a relaxing wave of pad that created from a perfect piano sound. Listen what's going on if I'm pressing the pedal, how much pedal resonance there is here. So it means that many strings are connecting one with each other. This is the damper. In fact, how they produce it, they just recorded the real piano with the damper down. And these samples are bringing resonance from all of the strings, because all of the strings on the piano when the damper is down are loose. So they are resonating with one another. So there is a big in the resonance, big difference between pushing one note without a pedal to pushing the same note with the pedal. It's like a wave of sound, other color. So to know how to use your pedal, it's an art. Because you don't want two different harmonies to mix with one another. You have to like take a break. It's like creating like the sound. It's like sand, and your rhythm is making the sand bricks, like the bricks behind me. And these bricks are getting structure like your BPM of playing. And they are not exactly the same because you are human and you are changing BPM when you are playing. But this is like to build houses with your hands, metaphorically, I mean. So this is a gorgeous piano. And I hope you enjoyed this session with me, because lately I do not do this on the platform I'm used to do it, because I started a new job which consuming time and energy from me. So I don't even, when I'm coming back, I'm staying awake 1 hour, 2 hours, and then I'm going to sleep because it's exhausting to me. Just the change, not the job. The job is very easy. But to be all day long out, and I didn't do things like that, and I found myself listening to my own music sometimes as and I want to hear new things, so I'm keep creating videos like this. Mainly for my enjoyment. To bring this magic of sounds to my daily work. And when I'm driving with this music, it makes everything ticks different at work, because it's sort of a soothing rhythm. This is heaven. This is heaven. So there is at the end, the main sound of a piano is the piano, not the felt one. This has become a trend lately. That's why at all of this old-minded tech giant, which are making a keyboard for music for many years, they are living at the piano mind 10 years before today. So no one was interested on this pedal of which born just to reduce the sound of the piano. So you are not enjoying. It's like to play on a guitar with a felt between your fingers and the guitar, You won't hear the guitar clear. So you are losing the clearness of the piano. You are just getting the pads behind, And here you've got the bell and you've got the pads behind it. Because this is the intended sound of the creator of these instruments. And the pad, the felt piano is just a layer for you to, it's called the practice pedal. It's so you can practice without making everyone suffer around you, you know. Because this is acoustic. You're playing a real piano, you cannot mute it and put headphones, you know. And piano has massive sound box, you know. And it's making noise. So people fell in love in this felt sound and it start to bloom. But the giant didn't walk up in time and still they are producing digital pianos without a felt piano sound until 2023. Except lately Yamaha and Nord. And I think even Decibel didn't put felt piano. Or even Numa player, Numa X. They don't have, I don't know if they have felt piano. The only pianos I know that have got felt samples, Korg does not have. All the giant didn't put. Only Yamaha, because Yamaha is inventors in some fields, you know. And they are updating their instruments. This is, I said, in favor of Yamaha over all the other brands. Most of the other brands, not all of them. But let's say all of the giant, like Roland, Yamaha, Kawai, Korg, Casio. The only company that upgrade their software after you bought their instruments is Yamaha. Kawai won't touch their instrument. What you buy, it's what you got forever. This is the problem with Kawai. But they are giving you a damn good pianos, okay? So you won't have a felt piano soon. Anytime soon, I guess. And this is a shame, but you know, that's why we've got VST. But anyway, you with the digital piano, you don't need the felt pedal, you know, you can use headphones so you can enjoy the original sound of the upright. I can do it for hours. And this is what's saying that you've got a good instrument. Because if this was not a marvelous sound and feel that I can, you know, do my things over and over again without getting bored from it, it means that I'm losing myself. It's like a wood. And you are enjoying the walk and you cannot stop, even though you found yourself going on a circles, you know. And I'm going on a circus, but I do not care. I'm looking for new trail on the same neighborhood, okay? It's not taking me down. It's bringing me up. Up, right. Right is up. I tell you something. At my style of playing is very suitable to hear the sound of the piano. Because it's not banging on a piano like, there is a style of country. Okay? Boogie woogie, which I don't know how to play, but you are hearing someone banging like, I don't want to say the word. So she's screaming, but she's screaming correctly on the note. But still she's screaming, and this is not her voice. This is her voice when she's singing. When you hear a singer, a lady that sings, when she is a very good singer, where can you hear it the best? On the lows, not when she's screaming. When she's singing very delicacy, there you can hear the magic of the sound, and also on the piano. So it's very weird for me that people are, raping their pianos. Because the sound is so marvelous. You do not need to know how to play the piano. You just let him sing. But you need to have this sound. And this is not the K600. This is the older generation. They call it, in some sites I saw it's called the K6, and in some sites, mainly on another reviewer channel, is saying that this is the K60. But anyway, it's a older generation. But it's equivalent to the K600 of today. One of the things I love on Kawai pianos, that they are the most balanced pianos in the industry. What I mean? There is a balance between mellow and bright. And I think they are sitting exactly to the left and right to this point. So if I'll go to the SK concert grand, this is almost perfect piano, but it's a little bit more mellow than the exact middle point, to my opinion, of course. But now, the EX concert grand, it's a little bit to the bright side of this point. So you've got one on the left and one on the right. So you can play, and it's different sounds, different soundboard. And the soundboard is the flavor, it's like the chocolate taste. There are some people that saying that this sound very similar to the CFX of Yamaha. This is level of VST. These pianos, especially this XL engine, like it's from the ES920 or ES8 or MP7, 7SE, MP11, and all their CA and above home pianos, CA 59 and above, CA 59, 79, or 501 of today, and 701, and 901, and the Arius, and I don't know the names, and all the top of the line digital pianos, all of them got this engine, the extra long. They sample very long portion of there is a loop, I guess, here, but it's very short, if at all. I cannot hear when it's begin or... I heard it the first time. You need to look for patterns at the movement of the sound inside of its wave. Listen. From here it starts, the looping. And I think they use it as an effect to make the piano more long. It's not to save space, it's to make the piano maybe, a little bit more longer than the real truth. You have to have headphones for this. If you want to listen to these loops, look for them. This is the EX. But let's go back to the upright. Okay, this is the end because I need to go to sleep. I'm very tired, but I needed to play the piano. So I decided to make this live for you to enjoy, for myself, in fact. Sometimes it relaxes me to hear this music of mine. So I'm hoping that other people also enjoying me sharing this intimate moment of myself with my piano. But I think it's, because I'm doing this, I got pretty, like my level is gone up pretty much. Like, because I'm doing stuff and I'm trying not to repeat myself too much, then I'm going to places, like you are letting yourself to get lost in the wood, and even you are going in circles, even though you are trying all the time to change, to do something else, and this is how you expand at your hobby. You just do it with love, so you do it for hours like me. So, in a way, in a weird way, you are my teachers because it's giving me fun. It's not you, it's me because I love to watch my videos because I love to hear my pianos when I'm not with them. I'm addicted to the sound, to this sound. There are pianos that I cannot hear, even the players are much better than me, but because they are raping the piano and I cannot hear rape all day long. Sort of an orgasm. And then you are relaxed. Yeah. Oh. You're turning your back and you are going to sleep. You know how it is. But then you are waking again. Because there is a little demon inside of you that won't let you to sleep. And you know you need to go to sleep, you know. So you are comforting yourself with the piano sound. You're just letting yourself to be addicted and to blame your hobby on your irresponsibility, and then something happened. Something interesting is happening. Your passion become your excuse to fuck up. Because this is good excuse to create. see this piano can take you to long runs. You will be a Olympian wrestler. You just need to find the right action and right sound. And Kawai, to my opinion, is the most accurate one. I think that's why many reviewers and people think that the Kawai pianos are. Anyone that got used to a Kawai piano, at least me, I played on an MP11, and of course Kawai are real uprights. But this level of piano, and it's go on and on and on. This is madness. This is the purpose of this channel. To show you how crazy in love you can be with the piano. And you do not need to know how to play it. You just need to enjoy the sound and to explore. Each time go one step more than the day previously. And get enjoy the process. Because at the end it's for the enjoyment of us. I enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed also, and I will see you, I guess, at the next moves. Bye bye.